welcome to Coffee Chat. My name is Michelle Borges, and I'm currently a graduate student at Oregon State University. Here today we have Dr. Yang, and he is going to introduce himself.
Yeah, chat. My name is Wei Yang. I'm the professor and Blueberry Extension specialist here at North Willamette Research and Extension Center. The center is one of the extension centers around the state in Oregon. My role here is working with commercial blueberry growers, try to provide them scientific information to help them thrive and stay competitive in our marketplace. At the same time, we want to reduce input for the farmers so they can produce a healthy crop with minimum, costs. I have been researching horticulture since grad school. That started in 1993, I think. So, wow, thinking back, that's 30 years, right? Yeah.
And how can you explain horticulture for our audience?
Well, horticulture is just like you can thinking about what you see in nature. It's just like a plant. Mostly, I will say anything green probably is related to horticulture. But horticulture can be different parts, like the plants you can grow to enjoy, flowers, that's all horticulture. But the other parts of horticulture you may not know, it's the fruits, it's the vegetables where you actually can eat, which actually is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool science.
So we're in a lab today, so can you explain a little bit about where we are today and what you do in the lab?
Yeah, well, the reason I think I have you guys stay here is because this is where we spend the most summer here. This is our new lab. We do bring lots of fruits in to basically measure the, how the blueberries will be taste, whether they are taste good after, store them for 4 weeks, for example. So it's critical to have the best quality fruits so you can actually bring that to the marketplace. At the same time, we want to make sure here they are research-wise will provide the best information so growers can follow to produce the best healthy, berries.
How did you first get involved in science, specifically horticulture?
It's a good question. Actually, I wasn't planned on to be in science at all. Okay, it's just happened. So basically, when I went to basically college, I was from China, so I was assigned to a major. At that time, you can't choose your major. Basically, you pass the national college entrance exam, which is really hard. I think at that time, only probably, I would say no more than 5% people can get in. So once you get in, they will assign you to different majors. I have no idea. So they give me a department is biology, okay, where I studied plant physiology, which I have no idea to begin with. So after graduation, I was given a job. Actually, that was to study apple culture, growing apples. So that's where I started the whole. I wasn't aware that was part of horticulture neither. So, but it's growing fruits. You enjoyed it. You eat fruits. You research. Then that's how it gets started. Yeah.
So if a young person was interested in majoring in horticulture and going into that field, what advice would you have for them?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think for our generation, we have internet, phones, and you don't have to be assigned anything, right? You just enjoy what you do. I think the best thing I can suggest is go there to look what scientists or what people do. I think the best chance is we actually have high schoolers here, especially in summer. They help the scientists picking fruits, and I would say get involved, volunteer, and possibly you can, if you are in, I think you have to be maybe in sophomores above in high school, you can do internship here.
So talking a little bit more about the blueberries that you research, what's been the most interesting thing that you've learned so far?
Yeah, well, the first thing is I will say it was unexpected. Mm-hmm. I was actually studying blueberries now because when I went to the grad school, I was given two choices. My advisor said, well, we have raspberries, red raspberries, and blueberries in the project. Okay, so which one do you want to study? I said, what's the blueberries? I have never heard blueberries. That was in 1997, 1995, 1993, yeah. I said, I have never heard blueberries. Maybe that's something I should study because I have no idea what it is, right? Sounds interesting.
With that, what do you feel like are some challenges that you faced when researching blueberries?
Yeah, once I started blueberry research, I was studying roots, especially it's a mycorrhizae. That's where the advisor said you should study mycorrhizae. Not, it's a strange word basically, but it's at that time nobody knows, you know. So, but generally it's a fungus roots. Okay, it's basically it's a fungi grow on the roots. So the fungi help the plants to taking up nutrients. Plants help the fungi to survive in the soil. I thought that was so cool. Okay, I studied this, and then it just, you know, get going and going. Then the difficult thing is I don't have any blueberry plants to start with. So you have to search out to do tissue culture. That means tissue culture is using a little bit of tissue to generate the plants where it's clean, sterile. So there's no fungi in it. Okay, that's kind of challenging. Yeah, sometimes you just go with different. Well, this is the project you want to do, but that's not where you're going to start. You start with something else.
You also do blueberry propagation.
Yes.
So can you explain what propagation is and then how that relates to the blueberries of what you do?
Yeah, the propagation is basically you have one plant, right? You want to start doing an experiment. One plant is just not enough. You want to have maybe 10 plants, 20 plants. So it's the multiplication process of making more plants from one plant. It's called propagation. Okay. So basically you have different ways to propagate blueberries, but now they get sophisticated in the nurseries. It's mostly commercial nurseries grow those things. You just basically go there buy plants. Yeah, that's how you get blueberry plants. And also that's where if you go to Home Depot, you want to grow blueberry plants in your backyard, actually you can just, you know, buy those.
Anything else about your research that you would like to tell the audience?
Yeah, well, my research basically is based on growers' needs mostly, and if growers have an issue, then we try to help them. Especially, I think right now, currently, the most challenging for blueberry growers, just like all the agriculture industry, is labor. So the labor getting more expensive, and also we in the U.S., generally speaking, we don't have a lot of labor, farm labor available to do the work. So we have to think about mechanization, using machines to pick, and how to pick the best blueberries by machine. That's currently my project.
Would you consider blueberries your favorite fruit?
I would say yes. Well, I have to say it because I study blueberries, but it is my favorite fruit, and also the plant is my favorite plant as well. Yeah, blueberry plant.
So, blueberries being one of the top commodities in Oregon, can you talk a little bit about why they grow so well here, and then also how many farmers farm blueberries in this area?
Yeah, blueberry is a large actually agricultural commodity. I think we are number 9 on the top 10 list in Oregon. So Oregon produces about 165 million pounds of blueberries on average annually, and there are about 350 growers grow this commercial crop. We are officially number 2 in the country.
And for you personally, because blueberries are your favorite fruit, what are some recipes and your favorite things that you like to make with them?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Yeah, I enjoy blueberries very much, especially in summer. We eat fresh, basically. Just you pick blueberries, you just eat fresh that way. But you can also make smoothies with it. But when you make smoothies, I think the best way to to do it is using frozen blueberries, because the fresh ones doesn't have the sugar levels to breaking down. When you freeze the blueberries in the freezer, they are easily to be breaking down. Okay, breaking down, they produce more, easily a lot of juice, especially the colored acetylene, liquid will come out. It makes a very good smoothie. Yeah, so you can enjoy blueberries. Especially in summer here in Oregon, you can go pick the blueberries. Then you pick a lot, put them in the freezer. Then you can make smoothies in off season, like winter time, like now.
Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to talk to us about Oregon's blueberries. We hope you all learned something new today, and we will see you next time on our Coffee Crop Chats.